Welcome to the Black Bear Podcast.
Join host Ho-Ho as he discusses the riveting Netflix original series,
Black Mirror. Now, here he is, Ho-Ho-Ho.
Broadcasting from the Cottage Studio, welcome to Black Mirror Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Ho-Ho. How y'all's doing? I hope you're doing good. I really do. Today, we are revisiting Season 5, Episode 1, titled Striking Vipers. Oh, yeah. Now, look, first things first and things second, we're going to go ahead and get this right out of the way immediately. All right, so warning. Spoiler alert. We are going to be talking about the episode, so if you have yet to see it, I highly recommend checking it out. Even if you've watched it before, watch it again. It's worth it. Boy, howdy, is it ever. Excellent episode. It's definitely one of them episodes that if you allow yourself to just kind of dive into it, man, it's one of them episodes. Boy, howdy, is it ever. Second thing second, this episode is not for children. Like, not even close. Not even at all. I'm assuming you've watched the episode, so you know it's not made for kids. Okay, it's not made for children at all. So definitely, listen to the episode, screen it before you allow the children to partake. Be the judge on that one. I'm going to keep the language as PC as I can. Okay. But that's not the problem. The problem is just the subject matter in general, okay? What we're going to be talking about is just not for kids, man. I'm telling you. I mean, come on. You've seen the episode. This is not for kids, not even a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Now, yeah, it's just not for kids, okay? Now, here's another thing too, okay? I don't get political on this show, like at all. Don't really do politics, and with the exception of talking about more or less the eternal soul on some episodes, like with San Junipero when it is relevant because it comes up in the episode itself. I don't do religion either. That being said, I'm not talking either one of those. Okay, not talking politics, not talking religion. But it's still an aspect of exploring the psyche, I guess you can say, and it is going to be a topic that has been politicized, but I'm not taking it political, okay? You'll understand. You'll understand. So let's just go ahead and, I guess, get into the episode, all right? This is an awesome episode. It really is, okay? Now, so Striking Vipers is a next level video game, all right? Very reminiscent of, let's say like Mortal Kombat. Okay, that's really what it reminds me of. I mean, you could even say a little bit of, like Street Fighter, but the direction that they kind of take it in with, the game graphics and whatnot. To me, it reminds me more of, Mortal Kombat. I mean, that's just to me. I guess character-wise, you can really say Street Fighter. But I mean, it's just like the graphics-wise, the fight, the whatnot. I mean, it's kind of reminiscent of, either way you look at it. All right, input your game. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. Really, it doesn't matter. Either way, it's very reminiscent of that. Now, the game company, and I wondered about this, before I was watching the episode, and I was curious about something because I was really trying to see, the company that made the game. I was looking for that somewhere because what I was curious about. Now, do y'all remember back to, I'm wanting to say it was season 3. Let me scroll back to, yes, season 3, episode 2, titled Playtest, where the guy whom is in a foreign country. He's, discovering himself, what have you. Goes broke. I don't remember the particulars on that one, but he ends up going to a tech company where they are demoing games, and he is testing a game, and he ends up dying because of it. And my question is, because it kind of reminds me, at least in some way, shape, or form, of that one. So I was kind of wondering if in this episode, since we have found out from the Black Museum that this is all taking place in the same, universe, so to speak, the Black Mirror universe. So it made me wonder if, in fact, this is the same company, the game developers from Playtest, if that is the same people who did Striking Viper. So let's get into this, though, because, like I said, I mean, this is, gaming at a whole new level. It really is. It's not virtual reality. It's not augmented reality. This is a lot like USS Callister, where you put on that little doohickey, like right there on your temple, and you are completely immersed into the game. That uplink between your mind and the computer itself. Absolutely amazing gameplay to a whole nother level. And why that's important is because in this game, you're not you. Okay? You are the character that you're playing. Right? And one of the first things that we find out in this is that it is completely immersive. Okay? All of your physical sensations translate from your digital gamer self. You feel it. Like it's really going on. That sensory receptors, whatever you want to say. It's there. Like, whoa, totally cool. All right. And I thought, dude, next generation gameplay. So first things first, before we get any further, I mean, dude, wouldn't this just be the way to go? Okay. I mean, wow. I've done some, video games, with VR. Okay. Different games where you are, like jump scare type of stuff. Tell me, can you imagine playing some of those games? Like a horror game in with this type of technology? Wouldn't that be absolutely dude, you want to talk about some next level gaming, take it up a notch. Let's say you're, like Call of Duty, something like that. Let's take it a different direction. Okay. I've got a, flight simulator, doing that kind of stuff to where you are actually flying as you would be an airplane, anything, any type of situation, combat situation, hauling rubber dog turds out of Tokyo or whatever the heck he says in Top Gun. I don't remember, but wouldn't that just be awesome? I mean, can you imagine? I mean, dude, you want to talk about getting lost in a game? I mean, I think that playing Assassin's Creed sometimes, dude, I've lost, me. Okay. Me, I'm ADD, guys. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm ADD. All right. Diagnosed whenever I was in junior high. I am not medicated on it whatsoever. I just try my absolute best to deal with it and function as close to a normal adult as I possibly can. Sometimes I fail, sometimes I succeed. That's just one of them things. I'm follow the dopamine. That's what we do. ADD. That's what we do. We follow the dopamine. And I've lost time. I was spending the night over a buddy's house one night, and I was playing. Oh, what game was this? Portal, actually, on the Xbox. Awesome game. Very, very fun. It's a puzzle game. I couldn't tell you what time I started playing this game, but hyper focus. I beat the game in a single sitting one night. Thank God it's not a terribly hard game and doesn't take a terribly long time to play, because it was probably every bit of 6 hours that I sat there, if not just a little bit more, playing that game, trying to get through it. So I'm like, take that and to put it into, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, Skyrim, name your game that you would want that total immersive experience. And just, dude, you want to talk about losing time, losing hours, losing days, man. I mean, I couldn't even imagine. You'd have to have something on here to be like, dude, look, you've been in this thing for, 3 hours. You just got to take a break, and you would hope that they would throw that kind of stuff in there, wouldn't you? I mean, I would. I'd hope that they would definitely throw at least some kind of safeguards in there to keep people from just going nuts. You'd have to have that, but this sucker takes it, this episode takes it there, but different. Okay. Different. All right. So let's set the stage a little bit. All right. You got a couple friends, they've been friends from what it looks like for quite a while, friends in high school, friends in college, whatever the case may be, they are friends. Okay. And they, one of the things that they have is friends is playing this game, striking vipers. That's what they do. They beat the crap out of each other in this game. And each one of them has a favorite character, a character that they use, and they are great at this character. And I understand that, dude, because I've got, I've played several Mortal Kombats, throughout the years. One of them, there's a few characters that I got down, that you ain't beating me, and primarily two, it's like, I got one, if you can beat me with this one, you ain't beating me with the other one. If you can beat me with that one, you ain't beating me with the first, one or the other, I got you. I've got two characters, two guys that I've just completely mastered. You ain't beating me. Now, you might be able to beat me, but with the people that I played with and just you ain't beating me. I don't do that whole online thing. I ain't good enough for that crap. Them kids could wipe the floor with me, and that's just all there is to it. I'm good. I ain't that good. I'm just throwing that out there, But that's what they have. That's what these two friends have, is this game, Striking Vipers. And then it goes to, you got the main guy and his, his wife. They've got a kid, and they're working on having another kid. And, it's you've got, one guy that's kind of living the playboy life, and you got another guy that's, living the married life. Things didn't quite pan out quite the way he wanted it to, got a little bit of regrets going on, nothing real major. I mean, it's not, life-changing stuff. It's just, he's wanting a little something, nothing major. He's just wanting a little something, something to affirm whom he is, I guess. I don't know. Man, I'm not explaining that one very good. So they get into this game. Okay, the playboy, the guy that's just living life, stayed single this whole entire time. Well, not stayed single the whole entire time, but, is single now. No kids, no nothing. And he gets his buddy that's married with a kid and wife wanting to have another one. He gets him this game. Striking Vipers X, I think is what it's called. I don't know, but it's the Mad Cow edition. Is the edition that the total immersive gameplay. It's that version. Gets them that. Goes into the game. They're fighting around. They're duking it out. They're having fun. They got their characters. They're utilizing them. One guy is a guy. The other guy is this hot Chinese chick. Now, both of them, they're pretty good looking. I just ain't gonna lie. Both of them are, I think they're Asian. Yeah, I think they're Asian, both of them, So now this is where it gets a little weird. After round two, they kind of take it from fighting to fighting. if you know what I mean. You know, not to that kind of fighting. They take it to the other kind of fighting. You know, the kind of fighting that adults do in the privacy of their own bedroom. You know, that's the kind of fighting they start doing. And it's like weird because you got, you know, one guy and then another guy, and neither one of them are of the homosexual persuasion. Neither one of them are, but in this game, they're exploring their options. Yeah. And this goes on. And then, you know, as some of these things end up happening, you know, it becomes addictive. And it starts interfering. You know, the married guy, well, what the heck's his name? Let me scroll on down to it, because, you know, one of them's Carl, you know, the friend that, you know, the no attachments, ain't got a, well, he's got a girlfriend, but nothing serious, you know, so Carl. And then the other guy's name, what's his name? Danny. That's it. The main guy that's married, his name is Danny. Now, Danny, you know, he's like, you know, no, I got a wife. I need to, you know, this is too close to cheating. I can't, you know, this ain't right. You know, he's having a moral dilemma going on, you know, and Carl, his is more like, dude, it ain't, you know, this is unique. This is special. You know, I want to keep doing this because ain't nothing feel right now. You know, and this is after, you know, doing this for a while. And with Danny, you know, the guy who's married with a kid, another one coming on the way, you know, with him, it's like, you know, like I said, it's interfering with his life. It's interfering with his personal life. It's interfering with his relationship with his wife. And so he's got a real dilemma going on, you know, and Carl's just like, look, it's different. Why are you letting this interfere? You shouldn't be letting this interfere, but because he's having such a weird experience with this, you know, Danny is like, dude, we can't be doing this. So next thing you know, they get into a fight after the next year. Okay. They have like, what was that, like 7 months? Maybe it was 11 months. No, I think it was like 7 months, maybe. Between the last time they game played to Danny's next birthday. And they have a knockout, drag out type of thing, you know, and it's like Carl says something to Danny that Carl probably shouldn't have said, you know, the whole I love you. And so Danny's like, all right, look, we got to figure this out. Is this a you and me thing, or is this a gameplay thing? Neither one of us is going to be able to sleep at night if we don't figure out what the heck's going on between the two of us. We got to know, you know, so they go to a dark alley in the middle of the night and they check, you know, they figure it out. Is this a you and me thing, or is this a gameplay thing? Come to find out, it's a gameplay thing. But Carl doesn't want to let go of it. Carl wants to continue to do it. And Danny really, you know, at this point, he sees the damage that it's doing to his wife. He sees the damage it's doing to that relationship. And he feels bad because he's going behind his wife's back to do this. He don't like it. Knock down, drag out, fight. The wife goes to bail out Danny. What's going on? You best tell me, and you best tell me now. So apparently Danny spills the beans. We don't actually see that, but it's one of them things that is strongly implied. And then on, you know, a year later after that, they have tried and successfully had a second child. And it's Danny's birthday again. And instead of any extravagant gift, they exchange a small package. Danny gives his wife a small package. Danny's wife gives him a small package. And Danny's package that he got from his wife was the video game Striking Vipers. He come to find out that, Danny and Carl both have that date, June 14th, I think is what it was, marked off on their calendar. That is their day, or their night, I guess I should say. And then you see that Danny's wife's gift was basically an empty box. She put her wedding ring in it, and then she goes out to the bar to meet some strangers. She gets a hall pass, if you will. Interesting. Now, here's the thing. Okay, now look. Now we're going to get into some stuff with this one. All right, we're going to get into some stuff. Now, look. All right. Normally, I try to keep these episodes around 30 minutes. I ain't going to guarantee nothing on this one because we still got some stuff to cover. This is where this is getting interesting because we're getting into some psychological stuff with it. Okay, we're getting into a little bit more with this one. Okay, we're diving a little bit different of a direction than what I usually go with this. Okay. Now look, I'm secure in my manhood. My sexuality, I'm secure. I know who I am. I know what I want. I know. It's not a question. It's an answer. I know where I stand on things. Okay. But let me tell you something. This would be hard. I ain't going to lie. This would be hard because this isn't about just two people. This is about two avatars, right? It's not you physically. Yeah, you're getting all the physical sensation of what's going on, but it's not your body. Okay. Now look. A buddy of mine and me, we went to, one of the local Chinese restaurants in our hometown called QQ China. Amazing place. I love it. It's under different ownership right now. They do a fantastic job too. Don't get me wrong. But, we were at QQ China. All right. And at the end of our meal, we got the customary fortune cookie. All right. He opened up his, I opened up mine, and I'll be a son of a gun. We got the same stinking fortune. All right. Same fortune in our fortune cookie, not different. It was the same one. Now, y'all have seen Freaky Friday, right? I not only have seen the remake with Lindsay Lohan and, what's her name? Jamie Lee Curtis. I seen the original. Okay. Good show. Good movie. Awesome movie. So I'm over at another buddy's house, and this is like 2 o'clock in the morning, right? 2 o'clock in the morning. Maybe it was 3. I don't remember. It was late, or it was early, however the case may be. Whichever way you want to look at it, it was. And I was talking with them, and, that movie popped into my head with talking to them about, us getting the same fortune. Now, that other guy that I was with was Brandon, host of the Machine Radio Show, co-owner of Weaponized Sloth Productions. Y'all know who he is. I've talked about him before. Brandon is the one that was with me. So I called, I'm talking and I'm like, talk with my other buddy and I'm like, I couldn't, so Freaky Friday, our consciousness switches bodies. I couldn't do nothing with his wife. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It's like, this is not going to happen, But however, I, a little self exploration, we're going to go where no man has gone before. I was like, well, I'm not against that prospect. That's not, I can do that. All right. But then I was like, well, wait a second, that's not my equipment. That's like borrowing another man's tools. You just don't do that in some cases. And I was kind of curious if this was one of them cases. I mean, granted, I'm the one with the sensory perception going on, but is that, I don't know. Is this acceptable? So I called him up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, hey. He goes, hey. I woke him up. I'm like, hey, I got an important question I need to ask you. And, this can't wait. He goes, okay, what's up? Woke him up a little bit. I go, okay, now, we went to QQ, yesterday. He's like, we got the same fortune cookies. I'm following you. Freaky Friday. You have my attention. And I go, I couldn't do nothing with your wife, but self-exploration, is that acceptable? He goes, oh, heck yeah, I'd be beating yours like it owe me money. I'm like, all right, cool. We hung up. We were on the same page. Okay, cool. Same type of thing goes here. Think about this. It's like, all the exploration you can have, without the actual body aspect of it, And with Carl's experience, this is the part that I gotta admit, this is the part that was like, I wonder, because, all right, think about this. There was a movie I watched a while back ago. I couldn't tell you what it was. I couldn't really tell you much of anything about it, other than the fact was, one of the things was, and I know they actually explored this in Black Museum. The guy that with the, getting the emotion and the physical contact from that implant that he had, that was put in his head, getting that thing from it. All right. And he used it in the bedroom in intimacy. All right. He used it in the bedroom intimacy, getting the sensation, not just from him and what he was feeling, but from her and what she was feeling at the same time. Now, the movie that I seen took this in a very weird, morbid, and dark place, because this was a serial killer that, was doing this, and, you can use your imagination. Okay. It was a bad deal, but it's still an aspect of it gets you thinking, Now, this is where I'm getting into we've gone right beyond, normal, this just strange stuff. All right, I'm just strange stuff. But, here's the thing. Now, this is where I'm not bringing politics into it. This is a psychological type of a thing. This is a exploration kind of thing, okay? This is where this gets interesting. So think about it. Gender dysphoria. You follow me? Are you really trapped in the wrong body? Whether it be a male trapped in a woman's body or vice versa, whichever the case may be. This would be a means by which to explore your sexuality in one body or another and not have to worry about the physical damage in doing gender reassignment surgery. Is this a real thing, or is this just a phase? You could answer that type of a question safely without having an irreversible surgery. Beyond that, just the curiosity that a woman may have wanting to feel what a man experiences and vice versa. That right there is just like, have you ever wondered? Now Carl is like, I've never felt anything like this at all. It feels different. It's unbelievable. And just, Dangerous. Talk about getting lost in something. Talk about getting lost in something. And that was a problem that Carl had. Carl got lost in this. It became, what he focused on. He couldn't think about nothing else. Dude. Whoa. This episode, I'm telling you, this is one of them episodes like, dude, like I said, man, I know who I am. I know what I want, but that type of a thing, oh, that'd be interesting. I don't know how I would do on trying to not just explore, period. You know, I mean, like, dude, just morality aside, okay? That's the thing, you know, and morality aside on this, okay? Just the sheer joy of exploration, whatever that looks like to you. That's just, morality aside, religion aside. I mean, because mind you, this is video game stuff. I'm like, we've all played, you know, Mortal Kombat. We've all played Call of Duty. We've all played, you know, Grand Theft Auto. I mean, we've done stuff in that video game that you would never do in real life. You know, San Andreas, you know, you go into the cop shop, the shower room, you get the double-headed purple dildo, and you start beating hookers with it. I mean, come on. It doesn't get any funner than that. But you ain't going to do that in real life. Just saying. You ain't going to do that in real life. I'm just saying. You know, being able to express yourself in a controlled, safe environment. Express yourself, explore your sexuality, your creativity, you know, artistic, whatever. I mean, like, just imagine the things that you can do. It just, whoa. Different, you know, professions, jobs, whatever, in the safety of your home, still being able to experiencing it as though you're still there, and, you know, a next level kind of a thing, because you don't even have to be you when you're doing it. Holy cow, that's awesome. Are you kidding me? I can climb Mount Everest and I can do it in Arnold Schwarzenegger's body whenever he was young and in charge, or, you know, just whomever, pick your celebrity. You know, I mean, dude, are you kidding me? That'd be amazing. That'd be so cool. Dude, okay. Interesting show, man, I'm telling you. All right, so here's the questions. All right, here's my questions that I got to you. Here we go. You ready? Ready? Think about your favorite video game, okay? And then bring that into the gameplay of Striking Vipers. You know, what would that game be? What would that gameplay be? You know, whether we're talking Mortal Kombat, whether we're talking a simulation type of a game, name it. Be it. Maybe we're talking movies. Who knows? Just did possibilities. Is that something that you think you would enjoy doing? Do you think you would have fun with it? Would you be able to put morality aside and explore whatever the game would have to offer? Do you think that would be something you could do? I'm like, me, I mean, in all honesty, you know, I would love to say that, oh yeah, I could absolutely do that. But I gotta admit something. I don't know if I could. I'm just not that kind of guy. You know, I mean, it would be difficult. I'd have a hard time with it. But I don't know if I'd be able to just let go. You know, would that be something you'd be able to do? How much coaching would it take for you to be able to do that? I'm like, it took Danny a little bit of coaching. You know, Carl wasn't just able to jump right in there and do a little something. No, it took a little bit. Would you be able to jump into it or not? Would you just be able to dive right into it and just, you know, let whatever happen? How do you think you'd handle that? Because I don't know, man. I got to be honest. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Morality aside, oh, it'd be fun. I mean, it'd be fun. No restriction. No regret. I don't know. That's a hard one, man. I mean, that's a hard one. I don't know. Would that be something you think you'd be able to do? Let me know If you are over on Spreaker, let me know in the comments because I am curious. I want to know how you feel about this technology. I want to know how you feel about this type of gameplay. Do you think you'd be able to cut loose? Do you think you can do it? What would be your ideal game? That's what I want to know. Your game, your scenario, what, just whatever. Are you doing some type of an Elder Scroll or an Assassin's Creed? Dude, Assassin's Creed, that'd be so much fun. Oh, dude, that would be fun. Anyway, let me know. If you're over there on Spreaker, let me know. If you're over there on YouTube, let me know. If you are on some of the other myriad podcast locations, if you're over on Spotify or iHeartRadio or Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, if you're on any one of those locations, head on over to thehohoshow.com. Go scroll on down to the homepage, that contact me section. Let me know there. Of course, you can also email me, hoho@thehohoshow.com, and let me know. Because now I'm curious. I want to know. That's all I got for you guys today. Next episode. I don't know, man. Should I do Rachel, Jack, and Ashley too? Because that really was a good episode. It really was. But I'm also really excited to get into season 6. I really am. That's 5 episodes. I'm going to go ahead and do it. We are going to go ahead and do Rachel, Jack, and Ashley 2 on the next episode. That is season 5, episode 3. And then after that, we're going into season 6, man. I'm excited because I've not watched any of the episodes yet. I am waiting because I want to finish this revisited before I get into it. All right, guys, that's all I got. Y'all have yourself a great one, and I will see you next time. Thank you for listening to the Black Mirror Podcast. If you would like to join the conversation, you can comment on this episode at Spreaker.com or go to thehohoshow.com /forum in the discussion board for this season.